Coach, you've often said that a 5-game series is 200 minutes of basketball, and now we're 80 minutes in. Your thoughts?
It's 1-1. We each won 40 minutes.
Coach, it seemed like after halftime, the just physicality of the Mercury seemed to shift a little bit. Did you notice that that was giving maybe some of the ball handlers a little bit more trouble, or?
I would think that's what a team would do, after a first half that didn't go like they wanted it to. That's typically what you do. I think our response to it was, a little bit uncharacteristic, unfortunate. The types of turnovers that we had in a minute and a half, end of the third, like 4 minutes to, 3 minutes, 4 turnovers of us just, we can't dribble the ball up the court and, get it to a guard and go play, so suddenly we lost our way. We didn't respond. And, we certainly talked about at halftime, what this team was feeling and what would be next. And our response to it was very uncharacteristic. Some of the, say, body language in terms of players that we're not used to seeing certain looks from. And then we needed, to go get buckets. And we had good opportunities, and we weren't strong enough. We weren't tough enough. And, they ripped the game from us.
You mentioned that it was a kind of uncharacteristic. Did it feel like they ever kind of got that way back of playing Lynx basketball at all during the game, or did you feel like after they lost that it kind of just left?
What did you guys see? I don't think we got it back. Would have been great. But they flipped the script. They got offensive rebounds and threes, and we lost the game on hustle plays. We lost the game on guards not wanting to go get rebounds. So they flipped the script. We did it in the first game. They did it to us this game. We still had a chance, up 3. If we just stay in plays and don't go flying by a shooter, we get a contest, maybe the outcome's different, but not to be. They made the plays. They made the plays.
Coach, you guys just traditionally, this team is just, not just this team, the Lynx have not lost halftime leads. You guys have been incredibly good about that for years and years now. Was it an execution thing as much as anything, or was it more like you said, you just weren't acting characteristically? Well,
I think the lack of execution led us to the uncertainty, and all of a sudden we're looking around, and had a bunch of looks. And so execution, simple things, pass and catch, just be able to dribble a ball up the court and, get it to, us. We're thrown out of bounds. Phoenix certainly, was a big part defensively, but not, I can show you 4 turnovers right now in a minute and a half that had nothing to do with Phoenix. And so that made us out of sorts. I think that's what led to that. And then obviously losing control of the game. And then, Phoenix, being within 1 possession and we just could not, kind of get that way about us, to win the game anyway, despite how poorly it had gone for us in the second half. So that was what was uncharacteristic.
Cheryl, you talked about